Let us start today's class. The subject code for Allied Chemistry 1 is ACH 307B. Next, what are the objectives of the course? The objectives of the course is this: to make the students to understand the basics of volumetric analysis, and to make the students to understand the physical application of chemistry and to understand the chemistry of water. Now let us see a small introduction about each unit. The first unit is solutions. Solutions. In this unit we are going to see what is meant by a solution, what are the types of solution, then what are the methods to express the concentration of solutions like normality, molality, mole fraction, ppm, percentage solution, Raoult's law and its deviation. Then we are going to discuss what is meant by a standard solution. Then what are the types of standard solution? Primary standard, secondary standard. Then what are the characteristics of a primary standard and calculation of equivalent weight. Then we are going to discuss about the basics of principle of volumetric analysis. What is meant by a volumetric analysis, the principle behind volumetric analysis, then what are the types of titration in volumetric analysis, and what are the indicators used in acid base and redox titration. Then what is meant by a significant figure, types of error in volumetric analysis, and methods to avoid the error in volumetric analysis. All these things we are going to discuss because we are going to study the basics of volumetric analysis under the unit solution, because in 12th standard you have know what is meant by a volumetric analysis. You have done a volumetric analysis titration in your practicals, estimation of HCl, estimation of sodium hydroxide, estimation of oxalic acid. Next, what is meant by a second unit is photochemistry. In this unit we are going to see what are the differences between photochemical and dark reaction, particularly what are the laws of photochemistry. For there are two laws, Gruthers-Draper's law and Stokes-Einstein law. Then what is meant by a quantum yield. Then the important topic in this unit is Jablonski diagram. In this diagram we are going to see two type of transition, radiative transition and non-radiative transition. Then what are the photophysical processes like photosensitization, chemiluminescence and all. Then what are the photochemical processes like photoreduction, photooxidation, photosynthesis process. Then last we are going to discuss about the instrumentation and application of laser. I think laser you have studied in your 12th standard. Without knowing the basics of photochemistry, we cannot study the third unit, spectroscopy. This spectroscopy you are going to study in physics in the next semester. In this unit we are going to see what are the properties of electromagnetic radiation, then introduction of spectroscopy, types of spectroscopy, then classification based on the radiation. In this unit we are going to discuss only two spectroscopy. One is UV visible and another one is IR spectroscopy. For both the spectroscopy you are going to study what are the principle behind this spectra and its instrumentation and applications. Then the next unit is thermodynamics. In this unit you are going to study what is meant by a system, surrounding, types of system like closed system, open system, then isolated system and all. Then first law of thermodynamics, second law, third law, zeroth law of thermodynamics, Carnot engine. Using the Carnot engine you are going to study the efficiency of calculation. Then the last unit is water chemistry. In this unit we are going to discuss about the chemistry of water, then the structure of water, what are the properties, then types of water like distilled water, deionized water, conductivity water, double distilled water and so on. Then What are the quality which measure the water quality parameters like pH, COD chemical oxygen demand, BOD biological oxygen demand, TDS hardness of water. Then what are the sources of water pollution? Then what are the common water pollutants like dyeing industry, fertilizer, pesticides, and what are the methods to remove the water pollution? Then the last topic of this unit is osmosis. What is meant by osmosis? Osmotic pressure, laws of osmosis, reverse osmosis, RO plant, water purification technique. This is your syllabus. First today we are going to start the first unit. The name of your first unit is solutions. Under this unit there are so many topics, but we are going to start what is meant by a solution, what are the types of solution, and the example for each type we are going to discuss now. First, what is meant by a solution? Generally, a solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components, namely solute and solvent. What is meant by a homogeneous mixture? Homogeneous, which means both the components are soluble in each other. For example, salt in water. Heterogeneous means the components are not soluble in each other. Example for this is oil in water. See, solution. So solution is a mixture of two components, solute and solvent. Example, sugar solution or salt in water. What is meant by a solute? A solute means the one which is present in smaller quantity in the solution. If you take a sugar solution, the which is present in the lower amount sugar. For a 1 cup of water, 1 glass of water, we are adding 1 or 2 teaspoon of sugar. So in that, the sugar is the solute, whereas the one which is present in larger quantity is known as solvent. There water is the solvent. Similarly, in salt water, water is present in larger proportion, so it is known as a solvent, and salt is present in lower proportion, hence it is known as solute. So now you can able to understand what is meant by a solution. A solution means it is a mixture of two components, mainly two components, solute and solvent. The one which is present in the smaller quantity is known as solute, and the one which is present in larger quantity is known as solvent. Then homogeneous, which means both solute and solvent are soluble in each other. Example for this is salt in water or sugar in water and all. Heterogeneous solution, which means they are both solvent and solute are not soluble in each other. Oil in water, kerosene in water and all. Then what are the types of solution? Based on the physical state of solute and solvent, solutions are classified into 9 different types. We are classifying the solution only based on the physical state of solute and solvent, whether it is considered a solvent. Water is an example for solvent. The physical state of water is it can available in 3 states: solid, liquid and ice. Okay, so this is the example for physical state. Earlier you know only what are the types of solution means. Maybe I may be wrong or right. You can know only about 2 different solution. One is a dilute solution and another one is concentrated solution. Dilute solution, which means the quantity of solvent is very high and solute is present in very small quantity. Whereas in concentrated solution, which means the solute level is higher when compared to the dilute solution in concentrated solution. So we are classifying the solution only based on the physical state of solute and solvent. First, the solute is solid and solvent is also solid. So both solute and solvent are solid. Then the example for this type of solution is alloys. Alloy, which means ulogam. As you know, ulogangal. It is made up of combination of metal or metal with a non-metal. So example for alloys is brass, bronze and all, which consist of many metals like copper, nickel, iron and all. Next, here the solute is solid and solvent is liquid. So solid in liquid. Example for this type is sugar solution. So sugar in water or salt in water and all. Next, the third type, here the solute is solid and solvent is gas. So solid in gas. Example for this type is camphor into air, karpuram. Then solute here. Then the fourth type, the solute is liquid and solvent is solid. So liquid and solid. Example for this type is mercury zinc amalgam. What does mean? Mercury is a liquid, zinc is a solid metal. So mercury zinc amalgam, which means when a metal is mixed with mercury, then it is known as a amalgam. Suppose instead of zinc, if you add another metal, then it is also a amalgam. A metal, when it is combined with mercury, then it is known as amalgam. Then the next type, the solute is liquid and solvent is liquid. Both solvent and solute is liquid. Then example for this type is alcohol in water. Then in the sixth type, the solute is liquid and solvent is gas. Example for this type is water vapor, H2O in air. Then in seventh type, the solute is gas and solvent is solid, gas in solid. Hydrogen absorbed in palladium. Hydrogen gas gets absorbed in palladium. Then the next type is gas. So gas in liquid. Here the solute is gas and solvent is liquid. Example for this type is aerated drinks like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Sprite and all. Then the last type is gas in gas. Both solvent and solute are gases. Example for this type of solution is mixture of gases in air. As you all know, our atmospheric air consists of many gases like oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen and so on. So dear students, today we are discussed only two things. What is meant by a solution, then what are the types of solution. So it's my duty to remind you once again or to summarize it once again. So solution, which means it is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components like a solute and solvent. Solute, which means the one which is present in smaller quantity. Solvent means the one which is present in larger quantity. Example for solution is sugar in water or salt in water. In both sugar solution and salt solution, the sugar, we are taking sugar and salt in a smaller quantity, hence it is known as solute. Here we are taking water in large amount, then it is known as solvent. So solute and solvent mixed together to form a solution. Then based on the physical state of solute and solvent, we are classifying solution into 9 different types. Okay, solid in solid. Example for this is alloys. Then solid in liquid, sugar solution. Solid in gas, camphor into air. Liquid in solid, zinc amalgam. Liquid in liquid, alcohol in water. Liquid in gas, water vapor in air. Gas in solid, hydrogen gets absorbed in palladium. Gas in liquid, aerated drinks. Gas in gas, mixture of gases in air. So dear students, kindly refer some YouTube videos so that you can get much more knowledge about solution. There are so many videos that are available in YouTube so that you can easily make use of it and have a better learning. The next class we are going to discuss about what is meant by a standard solution, what are the types of standard solution: primary standard, secondary standard, then characteristics of primary standard, then we are going to calculate the equivalent weight. Okay dear students, kindly go through the syllabus and study the daily topics, so that it will be very useful to read and study. Thank you.